Welcome to the University of Utah Electronic Training Module. In this tutorial, we will be covering the adjustable DC power supply. All electronic circuits need power in order to function, which makes the adjustable power supply an essential tool for any circuit designer. As the name suggests, an adjustable DC power supply, or simply power supply for short, is essentially a variable voltage source. This is in contrast with a fixed source, such as a battery, which can only deliver a single constant voltage. As an added safety feature, most power supplies also include an adjustable current limit. This automatically cuts off voltage in the event that too much current is being drawn by a circuit, thereby preventing damage to sensitive devices. For this tutorial, we will be using the key-site E36313A triple output supply. As you can see from the image, it is basically just three independent power supplies, or channels, all wrapped up into one device. As you can imagine, this is quite a useful feature when designing circuits that require multiple sources of voltage. To demonstrate the basic functionality of a power supply, try measuring the output voltage on channel 1 with the nearest digital multimeter. Next, simply use the keypad to punch in the desired voltage and then press Enter. Finally, press the little On button above the ports to activate the channel. You should immediately notice a corresponding voltage on the voltmeter. Notice also that you can finally adjust this voltage by twisting the little knob. Now let's explore the current limiting feature of the power supply. To adjust the current limit, simply press the down arrow to the current setting and then use the keypad to specify a maximum cutoff value. For this example, I'm using a peak current of exactly 1 amp. You should notice that nothing immediately changes with the voltage, and nothing ever will as long as the current draw is below this value. Next, watch what happens when we attempt to measure current by switching the multimeter to the ammeter setting. In principle, this should result in a very large current passing through the wires since the ammeter is technically a short circuit. Instead, you can see that the power supply immediately cuts off the voltage so that only 1 amp of current may flow. In this situation, the power supply is acting as an adjustable source of current rather than voltage. You can also finally adjust this current by twisting the other knob. One final feature worth noting is the additional ground port, which is usually indicated with the color green. Try setting the digital multimeter to perform a continuity check and then test the connection between this port and the chassis of the device itself. As you can see, the green port is in direct electrical contact and thus grounded to exactly 0 volts. In contrast, the negative port on each voltage supply is not connected to the chassis. This is called a floating voltage reference, and it is similar to what you would expect from something like a battery. It means that the voltage difference between ports is guaranteed, but the absolute voltage relative to the 0-point reference may fluctuate. Congratulations, you are now trained on the basic operation of an adjustable power supply.